show. How are you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
I don't know where Ted's at.
He's just not with us.
I don't think he's coming. But
Probably
we had a big weekend. Big
We did.
weekend
We
this
had,
weekend.
we had a fun weekend.
That we did. Did you forget what this weekend was?
It looked like
you were
forgot.
doing your own.
No, I'm trying to mess with my audio. It's a
Oh,
little
okay.
quiet.
I turned mine all the way up so that way I can hear better through my brain.
I hate it here.
Okay. What? So I can hear better through my brain. I mean, I guess we all are.
He doesn't actually hear it. He just like feels the vibrations that the
Oh, he's a
that are
bat.
sent like through his temples and interprets that into
Basically.
language.
And sometimes
Post-release Tuesday. So, hello, Eli. Hello, Nathan.
Howdy.
Eli just says big. So, we know tonight is the night that I will fall for you.
over again.
Tonight's the night of the draw. This is the luck bucket.
Not to be confused with the one in Tim's bedroom.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
That one's not the luck bucket.
yeah, one's filled with luck, one's filled with something else.
Oh,
Right
innuendo.
here's like a lizard. Lizards hear through vibrations.
Everyone does.
I know.
It's
I
fair.
know.
Yes.
I get it. Why do I not see the chat on my Twitch? Anyway,
Because,
so
use
tonight's the
all
night that we dig deeply into that luck bucket. So somebody's gonna be walking away today with literally nothing. Nobody will be walking away with anything today because they're not here. But there will be a winner chosen at random.
It'd be crazy if I win.
It'd be really crazy. I don't think there's any tickets with your name on them.
There are not.
That would make it almost miraculous.
Yeah.
So when the time comes, I'd say, Tony, I'll text you a number. I'll text you the number that these guys are going to pick from.
Okay.
And then I will also text you the time for you to interrupt the show and say
Okay.
it's time for the luck bucket.
Okay. I think I saw the number, but
What?
I got between two numbers.
Better safe than sorry. I'm just going
Okay.
to send you a SMS message.
Okay.
Is that what you're gonna send him?
100%.
It might be an MMS.
I think it's an
Never mind.
MMO.
Are you sure it's not an S&M message?
I think you're making these up.
That's fair. So, how is everybody tonight? How's the chat? Chat's doing well. Can you guys hear me? For some reason, I cannot hear.
Yeah, you're really far from the mic.
What about now?
Better.
That is a little better. Man, I really gotta hunch up on this thing or what?
Yeah, my volume overall is pretty low, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Well, that's up
Just
to you.
waiting for that draw, buddy.
Waiting for the draw. Well, ooh, that was loud in my ear. So, Nathan was here and he was like, you know what? I'd rather go do something more fun, and left.
Yeah, understandable.
How did that turn out, Nathan? Well,
He says he's here regardless.
that's fair. He did buy tickets. Nathan did.
Tickets, please.
Tickets, please. Okay, so what did you guys think of the weekend?
I had a lot of fun overall. It was a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Seeing all those people in here playing 40K, it was
Felt like the old
it was
days,
so
right?
good.
My heart swelled with joy.
It grew 10 sizes that day. Listen, I'm trying to text Tony. You guys got to pick up the dead air.
Oh, I'm
guys-
sorry.
you
I didn't know.
guys
I didn't
gotta
know.
say something.
I didn't know what was going on. All right, yeah. So you played. How many games you play Friday?
Me, I played 2.
No, I was talking to Dakota.
3.
Okay. I played 1 1/4.
Played 3.
Yeah,
You played a third game?
yeah, with Frank that night.
Oh,
That's right. Yeah, you was teaching
Who was your
Frank how to
second
play.
game?
Who was my second game?
I think he only played 2. Frank and
Secret Hitler doesn't count.
Yeah, I suppose it doesn't.
Frank and
I played Tim.
Tim, yeah.
Nathan, I saw your message that night, and I know that it didn't turn out well, but I wanted you to admit your shame to the chat.
What did he go do?
He went to play an RPG, I guess, but nobody showed up.
Aw.
Well, not nobody, but they were down people.
Oh. Flake.
He said Jake wasn't there, so he's alive to me.
Jake wasn't at me.
Oh,
Does that
man.
mean that he's dead to him?
No,
I
I said
have
if
no
Jake's there and not at Acropolis for the 40K launch, he'd be dead to me.
Oh.
You know how what feels?
Oh, I see.
Is anybody else really hot?
No.
It's warm.
It's very warm in here. Did you guys see the smoke
Comfy.
from Canada out there?
Yeah, it's like
More of
What
it.
that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick of it. They need to figure their crap out. It's getting quite annoying.
It was definitely foggy today.
Yeah, it was foggy
I didn't
when I rolled
realize that
in.
it was.
I didn't either until Mari said something to me. I thought people were like, I didn't notice it until I was out back in my backyard grilling. So I saw the smoke. I'm like, other people must be grilling too.
Well,
it's a lot of people grilling.
Yeah, it's a lot of trees apparently.
I wondered if it was, and then I thought it doesn't smell like smoke, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, all I could smell is what I was cooking. So like, the
Oh yeah,
rock.
no, I was out where I work, east of here, and it's much flatter, and you can see much further, and you can definitely see it gets really foggy.
I need some tips on grilling potatoes though. I still don't have like.
You mean like
time.
like grilling a
It's just
baked
time.
potato?
No, like chopped like just potato in general.
Tinfoil.
Time.
I used tin foil and I used lots of butter.
Yep.
I grilled them for about 30 minutes.
Time with an H or without?
What was your issue?
Without.
Okay.
They're just kind of meh. I peppered them. I
like,
buttered them.
were they too crunchy or were they not done?
They
enough?
weren't crunchy enough.
Like I feel like they don't like the tinfoil slows down their cooking drastically.
Well, what else?
Well,
would
I can't put them directly on the grill.
Well, of course not. But like, so I don't cook them on a grill. I just cook them on the stove. They cook much better that way.
You could put them in a cast iron on the fire.
Eli says
cast iron's a good idea.
Eli says less butter.
Less butter. I did use a lot.
Maybe
of
butter could slow their.
butter softens it
cook
up,
time.
but I didn't put a lot of butter on until the very end, until they were almost about done. And then I just kind of poured it on there.
Yeah, Necrons, Nathan, will throw out all theory crafting.
Yeah,
Brad and I were talking about that today. They're the dwarves of 40K.
Yeah, they're gonna be one of those armies to where it's like you're gonna make a list and you're gonna be like, oh, this is really good, and then you're gonna be like, it can't take Necrons.
But they're like the ultimate gatekeeper, right? Like because they just
I don't know
They're
about
gonna
that.
be a
do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
not I wouldn't call them a gatekeeper. They're gonna be a meta checklist. Like they're just gonna be like, all right, they're just gonna be one of the things that you're gonna have to make sure you can deal with, right?
Oh, I mean, sure. I mean, they're definitely going to be like a top army.
Yeah, so
They're
gonna
not gatekeepery in that way. They're gatekeepery in the sense like they're just so different. You know what I mean? Like if you can hit Eldar, you'll kill them.
Yeah, that's
If you can
that's
hit
true.
a lot of Marine stuff, you'll kill it, right? Like,
Yeah.
Necron stuff, you can't kill enough.
Well,
of it.
yeah, Necrons are gonna change the math a little bit because you're gonna have to focus fire one thing down at a time, just because of reanimations. So like, which is kind of the case, kind of always been the case, but
I can
it's gonna
confidently
be
say I
more
don't
so
think
this edition.
I like the points setup.
They are, I don't know.
Not necessarily the points values. I don't like
Yeah.
the sigmarification.
The free options. Everyone, I don't think we'll have free options for very long. I think people have
Now
complained.
you do. You think it's going to?
No, I think it's completely structured that way. The app is designed that way entirely, and from what I understand, it's very, very, very hard to code. Like, hey, a bolt pistol costs 5 points.
I
Increase
find
your
that
points
so hard to believe.
But
because
I
you literally
believe that,
just-
but I've heard multiple people talk about it, and that's why something like Battlescribe was so hard to duplicate. Like,
I don't know anything about coding, so like,
Me
that
neither.
may be absolutely true. But man, it just seems like each value would just be a numerical value, right? Like if yes, like if bolt pistol, 5 points. If
Yeah.
not
Nothing.
5 points.
yeah, like there were people that talked about like they would code things, and like it was very easy to make a unit and slot the unit in and give it a points cost. But as soon as you want to tweak things on that unit, that's where the complication arises.
This was on Battlescribe.
No, this was someone like trying to was talking about like coding their own app
okay.
Basically be what Battlescribe was.
Okay, so try to become a competitor. to Battlescribe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think that they have an app, or Warhammer has an app that functions very well right now. The 40K app it's very good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
top
some
tier.
streamlined stuff you could improve on, but like
For the most part, I like it.
from what like my heart was expecting,
Yeah, me too.
From-
That first one was a train wreck.
It was,
I think we
it
can-
was.
I
It
think
did
we can
improve
agree.
a lot
Yeah.
over the 3 years, but like the launch was very
Yeah.
bad.
So I genuinely think that they structured the game to work around their app.
Yeah.
I really do.
That could be the case. Well, a decent app especially for something that can be as complicated as list building, could make or break your game. It could be as
Exactly.
simple as that.
and they're going to monetize it in some way.
Yeah, probably. I hope only with codexes.
I hope so too.
I hope
The
it's just
battle
like
it says in the app the battle scribe version of it will not be free.
yeah.
It says it's for a limited time.
I think what I'm hoping for is it just means for like as codexes come out, you're gonna have to buy the codex and input the code that's in the back. And now so when the codex comes out, now in order to have the Space Marine info, you're gonna have to buy the codex.
My hope is that if
That's my hope.
if you purchase a codex,
always has a
then you can always what is their what do they call the tool? I'm thinking
Battleforge.
Battleforge. Then as long as you purchase that, then you have access to using that content in the Battleforge tool.
Exactly.
yeah, I agree.
Alternatively, I wouldn't be opposed to there being like a monthly subscription fee, as long if you got access to everything.
I wouldn't either.
Let me know give me all the codexes in exchange for my monthly subscription.
I don't
yeah,
think
they'd
they'll-
have to up
I
that subscription.
I don't think they'll do it
I
either.
don't think they'll do it because it's gonna hurt their codex bottom line. There's gonna be people who are like, I have the app. I don't need a codex. All the information's in the app, which it is. And yeah, I think they do that when they don't want to print codexes anymore. And I don't think they're ever gonna stop printing codexes because it makes them.
I think they'll
chunk of
keep
money.
the same model they had. I think there'll be codex codes, and I think that you'll pay a flat rate for the app.
Yep.
And you just upload the.
All I can really do is hope that it's included in a Warhammer Plus subscription. And
Right.
Don't separate them.
Right.
I think they will.
I do like having access to rules that aren't my armies.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can double check rules that
Yeah.
my opponents are using. I think
agree.
that is super nice. And then the way it works in the app where you just go in the reference section, it's like, he has this unit that I want to look up real quick. You just type in the name of the unit, and up comes the data sheet. You click on it. It's got all the rules there. If it's got a rule that you're not sure what it is, like reanimation protocols, in the little part where it says reanimation protocols, you click on that, and it takes you to the other part with the rule. It works very well.
Yes.
Their app is fantastic.
Yeah.
They definitely. I forgot what I was going to say. So George said that he played some Tabletop Simulator and he really liked the Flamers. He liked the Ignores cover. Did
Who
you
is
guys play
George?
the Flamers at all? He was here Friday. Tall guy.
No,
Plays Death Guard. Who's George?
So I'm sorry. What was your question?
Hey, did you play with any Flamers?
I didn't, but I've
Necrons
seen.
even have Flamers?
I don't think
they
so.
have a named character with a flamer, and it's literally a flamer.
It says flamer.
No, it's called a Gauntlet of Fire. It used to be an upgrade you could give to characters, but it has the stat line of like a Space Marine flamer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of lame.
No, it's not good.
Yeah, it's just a flamer.
You're
No,
just like,
I haven't.
"Ha."
I plan on maybe trying out some of that Furnace Squad when I get my Indominus box and build them. But, yeah, I haven't used them.
I think that popping them in a drop pod could be interesting.
It could be good.
Because you plop them down, of course, and you flame something, and then they can Overwatch.
Yeah,
And
so
Overwatch is where flamers become interesting.
exactly. So I've thought the same thing for the Redeemer. So you take a Land Raider Redeemer, and you put your melee unit inside that you're going to run up the board and charge something with. Well, now units start moving around to interact with either your Redeemer or the unit that just popped out of them. They cross in front of that thing. Redeemers can fire 2d6 plus 6 auto-hitting shots of strength 6 neg 2 damage. Like, they are super good. I'm looking at those. I'm like, I want at least one. I'm upset that Chaos Space Marines don't get them because that'd be a great Land Raider form. And I just want to say, I had a dream the other night. And in this dream, GW came out with a new Land Raider. But instead of it just being a normal Land Raider with las cannon sponsons, they had different sponsons. They were macroplasma incinerator sponsons.
I hate it.
And I woke up from this dream, and I'm like, that is the coolest thing that has ever been thought of ever. No, I thought of that the other day. I was like, this would be fantastic. I hope they do this. Because if anything, it would look awesome. Like the same gun that the Redemptors want to run around with, the same plasma cannon. I think it'd be sweet just to have 2 of them slapped onto a Land Raider. But, yeah.
I think it's possible. I don't think it's outside of the realms. They may not, but
After seeing...
if I ran GW, I'd do it.
Yeah. I mean, if I ran GW, it would be a much better game. But, it's not bad right now. I'm enjoying it.
I think
like 10th edition.
I think 10th edition is very good. I also need to play a full freaking game.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
was mine and yours the only full game you've played so far?
Yeah, but like that also wasn't a 10th edition game. Like we didn't play with the cards and like we didn't play
we
a
played
game.
only war.
Yeah, we didn't play a game like the way that it's
You and
like
Frank?
supposed to be. Yeah, but like that was
you were
also
teaching him how to play.
1,000 points, and we drew cards so we could look at them, but we didn't do anything with it. It was like, and like I did things like I was like, oh okay, I'm gonna charge your unit of Terminators. And
Yeah, you
like,
just did stuff to teach them.
I was like, this is an awful idea, but let's go. And then like lo and behold, they all died. not the Terminators.
No, I figured, but yeah.
Frank was all about it though. He was.
Yeah, you can totally do that with the battle wagon, and it's incredibly scary. The 16d6 flamers in a battle wagon.
Yeah,
actually, is it 16? Because I think it's open top, or I think it's got firing 22. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you can take more in the unit.
Frank was all about what?
Terminators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I showed him the Deathwing stuff. So we could have another Dark Angel player.
Please no.
Speaking of which, I am actually not very fond of. After playing some games, I'm not very fond of the Dark Angel rules.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
They won an event.
Dark Angels.
Yeah, over
Sweet.
the weekend. I mean, it's
with their actual.
First week. I'm not sure.
I was about to say. I'm wondering. I'm curious what detachment. Their characters are very good. Don't get me wrong. Their characters and the Deathwing stuff and the Ravenwing stuff are pretty decent. I just don't like their detachment rule and their strats. And the strats aren't terrible too. It's just like this stratagem's better if you're battle shocked. It's like
Yeah, it's a weird.
If I could choose to automatically fail battle shock, I might be more about it because then I can make like strategic decisions in that way. But it's just something that randomly happens, and as a Space Marine player, it doesn't happen that often. So it's like I'd rather run the Gladius.
What's their leadership? 7?
6.
That.
Yeah, 6.
7's middle.
Yeah,
6 is good.
Yeah, 6 is
Overall, I'm pretty positive. But I gotta say, I hate the points. Hate.
Yeah.
I really don't have any problems with them at all.
I'm okay with them for the most part.
Okay. So when I mean in terms of just upgrades being included, I don't have that big of a problem with it.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't either. There's just a few things where it's like you need to have some differentiating costs.
I don't like having to take stuff that I would never take. I can't tell you the last time I paid for sponsons.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of these units a lot more interesting, though. It really does. Like,
yeah, I like one of
intercessor
the things,
squads having like all the units have a melee weapon in it, so like you can't just write them off as like, oh yeah, I'll just tie them up. No, I think
they might kill stuff.
You got a power fist in there.
I think that's different than a tank, though.
Sure,
a little bit. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I don't think a guard squad having a plasma gun's that big a deal. But all of them having a heavy weapon that can, I don't like that at all.
The thing I like about it is you're not going to see min-max squads anymore. And
you're just going to see max.
And exactly. And I think that's a little bit more healthy for the game. I like the fact that I like the fact that you're going to see guard squads with heavy weapons. I like the fact that you're going to see.
I would argue if they were pointed correctly, you would anyway.
I don't think so.
I disagree.
I don't think so.
Them.
I mean, I don't think you ever pay for a hunter killer missile, regardless of what its points are.
Exactly.
They literally have 5 points.
Unless it's literally 1 point.
Yeah, or 5 or whatever. Yeah. Well, that was the issue with the grenade launchers on the intercessors. At one point in time, those were literally a point.
Yes.
And it was one of the dumbest decisions GW ever made. It was like 8 point. Just make it free. And then they made it 5 points. And guess what happened when they made it 5 points? People didn't run them.
Yeah.
Because they weren't worth 5 points. So.
Do you think we need a beta test? Like, don't you think we need like literally a beta time period.
Yeah,
Like,
kind of.
This could be the beta time.
I think early edition. I think that's what it is. I think we're in like the testing field, the testing phase of the game, because with chapter approved and the field manual coming out, we'll see rule changes and we'll see point
Well,
changes.
right.
So
Now, Tyranids, like, that might be very bad news. Because Tyranids are going to get one book for the next 4 years.
It's the same thing for Space Marines.
Well, I mean, there's a much better chance of Marines getting a second book than Tyranids, right?
I mean, sure, they got 2 in.
They didn't get 2 in 9th.
They only got 2 in 8th though. They didn't really get. They got a supplement in 7th edition, but the only thing I had was in it was formations.
Yeah, but that supplement fundamentally changed the game.
Well, it changed Marines in some ways. It didn't change. It didn't change the.
That's
the
where you got the
non-adherence
Gladius.
chapters.
The Gladius came in that.
Nope,
right?
the Gladius came in their codex.
Are you sure?
100 million % positive. Yeah, Gladius didn't come in that.
Was it Gladius?
In what now?
The free transports. Was that in the
and
codex?
it wasn't in Angels of Death. It
No,
was in
that
Codex.
was in their codex
Exactly.
first, and now it was duplicated in there.
Oh, was it in
Yeah,
there?
yeah, because
Okay.
other
They had other formations.
Like the Ultramarines one was the Gladius, so they had it in there,
Right.
and then
Oh, and then they came out with ones for the other chapters.
Yes.
That's right, because they had the Iron. I remember specifically the Iron Hands one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it had like a buttload of vehicles in it.
But yeah, most of them you could just take those free.
Yeah. So no, it's yeah. I don't
Angels
think
of Death was like the coolest book.
that's
There was some cool
It
stuff.
added so much.
the Skyhammer Annihilation Force was the dumbest thing.
It's not about being broken or not. It was just like the book was.
There was
cool.
a lot of flavor. A lot
It
of
was a lot,
flavor.
and for what it was, the Skyhammer Annihilation Force was really cool. But
I think that was hands down like the most ridiculous formation.
I think it was better than the free transports.
I combine the two.
I was gonna say just because.
Oh wait, could you combine the two?
Why not have both?
I did at one point. It was I mean, I had
Could
a lot
you
of
combine the two?
Yeah.
Oh my god, why? That's so dumb.
Was it against
I mean,
Joe?
granted, like I couldn't like throw. I didn't have enough points left over afterwards to like slap las cannons on all the transports and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like,
It's 100. Well, I guess honestly thinking about it, it's only 120 free points out of the Skyhammer side. I think drop pods were they 60 or 70? I don't
well,
know.
so like the drop pods you got in the Skyhammer weren't free.
Oh,
Like
okay.
because that's a separate formation.
Oh,
So you had to pay
okay.
for that.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
yeah. That's that. So that does okay.
Yeah.
Hello, John.
But I do think just because you got charging out of Deep Strike with Assault Marines, and Assault Marines could take some pretty good weapons, and then you had Relentless Devastators, so you could take multi-meltas on them
Mm-hmm.
in a drop pod, something you couldn't usually do. I played against Jason, who had that, and then he decided to take Centurion Devastators with Grav, stick them in a drop pod with a Librarian, so he could pressure some for rerolls,
Mm-hmm.
and then he gave the Librarian a relic that allowed the entire unit to ignore cover. It was a ridiculous game, but I held my own.
I
pretty
think
well.
that was irrelevant because the sergeant of the Centurion Devastators
Could use his.
they had ignores cover
because
because he had non-scope.
in 7th, I don't think they did.
There wasn't a lot of.
I'm
North
pretty
cover
sure.
in eighth, though.
I'm pretty sure that was 7th.
I
I think as long as the sergeant was alive.
I must check my magic telephonic device.
So what did you think about the games you played?
Of 10th? Yeah.
So far, I mean, we talked last week about you and Brad's game, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I mean, what did you think about the games you got in this weekend?
It's really good. I'm hoping. I wish we could have finished our game in earnest because I think it would have been much closer than you guys were saying at that point. Because like my units weren't overly deadly to your vehicles, like to your Lehman Russes and stuff.
Was Nathan able to kill the second walker on turn 2?
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, after putting it on the table, it's not threatening to your tanks. It's just not.
The profile's scary, but like if you don't get as many shots and hits as you can.
Well, I mean, like I said, also Lehman Russ has 13 wounds, so that means I need to successfully I need to make you fail 5 saves on a weapon that fires D6 + 1 shots. So the math just says I don't kill you.
Right.
in one turn.
Right.
I mean, the math probably even says I don't kill you in 2 turns with that gun.
With one of them, right?
Yeah. Like the Lehman Russ
Now,
is far more durable than vehicles in general are so much more durable than we thought before.
T11's pretty awesome. I think that getting a step above 10, I think, is a big deal.
Yeah, there's a fair
that's
number of strength 10 out there.
Yeah, and
There's so much strength 16, 18.
I don't.
maybe in your book.
I really don't
Mine?
think there is.
Yeah.
No. I
You've got more.
I think I have 2 weapons that are higher than 12.
Like granted, Necrons have a good
A
little bit
lot.
of it.
I
Like
think Marines have the one gun. I think that's strength 16. I think that's it.
I think I have 3 guns that are higher than strength 12 before you start looking at Lords of War,
2 if you count the Demolisher cannon.
and I don't have
Strength 14, but that's it.
any melee that gets that high. I
Are
have
last cannons 12 or 14?
12.
12.
Yeah.
They're 12. So I think Marines have probably about 2 weapons that are higher than 12, at least in terms of shooting. That
I
can
think the
of.
oppressor cannon needs to be 14.
What is it now?
12.
Oh, on the Ross?
What are you shooting at that's T12 though? Other than Land Raiders.
Well, I mean, I guess that's fair, but that would further differentiate from the battle cannon.
Yeah.
Because the battle cannon, that's almost better because of the twin linked.
Yeah, I was about to say that gets to reroll wound rolls.
Yeah,
which is
so it's
fantastic.
like, if you're shooting like against Necrons,
Honestly, like there's a really good chance like I might just consider that instead. Plus, it's 3 flat damage. It's so
they're both.
good.
I mean, they're identical, other than the oppressor has 2 more strength and AP 2.
Yeah. AP. Oh yeah, because the battle cannon's 1, right? What's the both damage 3?
Both damage 3.
Okay. Yeah. I would honestly just run the twin linked one. You don't have a lot of reroll wounds in that book, do you?
No.
Yeah, so take that.
And then just combine it with the exterminate. God, the exterminator is stupid, dude. That tank is so good.
The autocannon one?
Yeah,
What's crazy is how bad it has always been too.
yeah.
I've
no.
never fielded it.
And I
before that
completely
day.
understand. Like autocannons to date, I've always written them off. I'm just like I don't care. I don't care.
Hard disagree, but
Dude, I've never cared about
in
autocannons.
8th edition they were actually pretty.
AdMech only has 1 in its neutron lasers.
Yeah. And
Thank you for doing your best, Nathan.
That's a good platform though. That Dune Crawler, that's a good platform.
I think you should play your AdMech.
I absolutely have no desire to play them whatsoever. And I actively discourage other people.
That's
from
okay
playing
because
them
I have no desire to play against Rad Bombardment, so that's fine with me.
You should play them.
AdMech?
Yeah, try them out.
I don't really like AdMech.
Yeah,
Like I've never really liked them.
John
I don't
says,
like the-
"I won't be at ease till the digger drill returns."
I think it hasn't it? Didn't they come out with the Forge World stuff?
They might have.
Yeah, but it may have been. They did a lot of legending.
They did a lot of legend.
I didn't.
Although
I
the
do that.
Forge
They
World-
went through and like the Sectari and the Sectari all went to legends too.
If you want to bring some legend stuff against me, John, I won't mind.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
I don't have
legend.
any problem playing against legend stuff. It's all going to be garbage.
It depends.
It's
yeah.
all going to be bad.
The Leviathan Dreadnought's not very good.
I haven't.
Which
It's-
is
it's-
crazy to me. They've always been.
Busted, but like compared to the Redemptor, I think I'm just running a Redemptor.
He says I love trash.
Garbage goober.
Yeah, no, I just the way they completely restructured the philosophy of that army. Like it's not anything like it's ever been. The flavor is completely altered.
They're in a weird. AdMech are a weird army. They're a very weird army. They're a lot like Guard. In terms of like what they actually might just be. Actually, yeah, they're a lot like Guard.
Well, they were never like Guard in terms of they had durability, good shooting,
What are you talking
cheap units.
Okay.
No, I mean their shooting's always been way better
Coincidentally,
than-
they don't have any of that.
right.
now.
It's ironic that like their shooting is just as good as Guard.
But
now.
they've always been this weird cross between Guard and Tau, right? Like T3 models, durable vehicles, right?
Mhm.
Very good, very powerful weapons.
Nathan, I can say for sure,
Um,
expensive troops will ruin a book. It will ruin it.
Yeah.
If you cannot run your basic units in quantities that you need. Now, like Drukari probably should never been 6 points a model for all that poison, right?
What are the other AdMech units like? So like, forget your battle line real quick. What are your other like? How are the Electro Priests? Are they good?
So they're T3. They have their 5-up feel no pain back. They still have a 5-up invuln.
That's pretty good. 5-up, 5-up.
Yeah, they don't have the ability to get to a 3+ invulnerable save anymore,
That's
or
okay.
4+ for that matter, because they could.
They got rid of that rule. What's their ability?
I don't. It wasn't good enough to commit to memory. It was something to do with mortal wounds, I think, but like something like that. The Corpuscari, the shooting ones are okay.
Okay.
The Fulgurates don't really hit hard enough to justify their fragility.
Absolutely.
So the guard artillery in Forge World is regiment, so you can still order it with.
Is it Legends?
No.
Oh, okay. So the Electro Priest's ability.
Which one are you looking at?
The Corpuscari.
The shooting ones. Yeah,
Those are the shooting ones.
The shooting ones are
Neg 1 to
legitimately like not bad.
Yeah, they're neg 1 to wound when there's a character leading them.
Yeah,
which
there always will be, right?
Yeah, there should be. Their shooting's not bad. It's not like super fantastic, but it's a great like. It's strength 5,
12-inch range.
Hits 2, yeah, with butt pistol though too, so you can shoot it in melee. So that's not bad. What are the melee ones? The Fulgurite?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm just see. Same rule. Neg 1 to wound.
Yeah. With
5-up, feel no pain and invuln. And their melee is really good. Yeah, I would run those. Can you charge out of your vehicles at all? Anything has assault ramps?
No.
That's lame. But yeah, so
and they're neg 1 to wound if they have a character leading them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you put a character with them.
Yeah, sure, but like the they lack synergistic like character options.
Do they? Oh yeah, but yeah, no, they've obviously dropped the ball on a few things, but I think overall we're looking at a pretty.
Yeah,
awesome
the
edition.
Dune Crawler got upgraded to a 4-up invuln. I mean, they used to have an ability where their invulnerable save was improved if they were nearby other Dune Crawlers.
Yeah,
I remember that.
They just replaced it with a 4+ invulnerable save,
which is probably better unless you.
No, I mean it's better. It's just like. There was like a thematic thing that they took away. But I mean, not that that's a huge deal. The problem is that there's multiple units in the book that rely on being near a battle line unit to unlock additional abilities.
Okay.
And you don't want to run the battle line because they're so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I get that. There's a lot like there's a lot of battle line that's kind of
AdMech are either terrible or overpowered.
I don't
they can't get that book. Like,
well, I mean, like when they reduce survivability on units and reduce ballistic skill literally across the book
and increase the points.
And well, like
that
doesn't justify the points increase. Like to me, points should go down when you make all the
they
units
have
less.
What were they model last edition?
How
many points
I
a
mean,
model?
they've been like 7 before. Now they're 12.5.
Yeah, I know they're 12 now. I was just curious what they were before.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had some weird durability before. Like, why are these things so hard to kill?
Yeah, I honestly, like, for 9th edition, I don't know. I don't really know anything about what they were in 9th edition. I just wasn't playing.
They were over the top when they came out.
Yeah.
Like,
the chicken walkers aren't good either. Like,
I don't know, dude. You can give those electro pieces to feel no pain, man.
yeah, but
Like,
they're still.
And a 5-up invuln. Like, that's really good.
You
He's
could
really
cheat
it's-
like that one guy. Like Josh Depp.
Oh, just yeah.
You could just cheat at a
I
tournament.
mean, you
with him,
can't
so.
just cheat.
Remember, tournament on July 15th. Get the day off.
I'm working on it. I forgot to ask when I was there today, though.
Damn it, Brad.
Yeah, just their entire identity has changed so much that I'm not interested in playing them. Like
Nurgle Matt, thank you, sir.
I glanced over the index, but since then I'm not going back. I'm all in on Necrons. I'm really liking Necrons. That's fine.
fair.
I'll
I mean
Or just roll 6s, John. Damn.
Yep.
Did you see me getting swarmed by Necrons in the morning? Nurgle Matthew? That was a fun game, like just understanding like how much the game has changed.
Oh yeah, it's changed
It's
a lot.
very different.
Yeah,
And
it is a different. It is a different game.
laughs and nay.
Does that mean horse?
I think so.
I'm not sure.
They're saying no because
Wilbur.
it's Saturday.
Lurking and enjoying. Well, I appreciate that, Nurgle Matt. We gotta stream some more.
The time is now 9:41.
Okay.
It's time for the drawing.
All right, you guys
Oh!
pick a number between 1 and 10. Brad, you're the guest. Go first.
I'm the guest.
Just pick a number.
4.
Okay. But one between 1 and 10.
I'll never understand this method.
Do you know the number I picked?
Yeah, you picked 4. I'm
Okay.
gonna pick 5.
What? Okay, you're closer.
There you go. Okay, that's why you should pick 1 or 2, Brad.
So why did
There's
I need
two-
to know the number?
There's 2 people.
Wait, what?
There's 2 of us selecting.
Oh.
So just say 1 or 2.
Oh, I see.
Now
Not
you
1
pick
and
4.
10 because there's.
Now you pick 4, so I'm like, okay,
What
my
if-
odds of winning have increased because I'm gonna pick 5.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. What if you picked 6?
The number was 7, so he would have just gotten even closer.
What if you picked 10?
Then he would. Exactly. Further flaws.
Megan did the same thing at home, and I was like, no.
Okay, here it is.
Oh.
Anus is puckered.
Yeah.
Again, yet again, I'm hoping for an Eli victory, but
That's a little biased from the panel. There.
I'm
they
not
all-
picking it.
Why did they all say
me to
Eli?
pick
You won the roll off.
Oh, that's what we were deciding. Okay.
Oh.
What the hell did you think we were
I
deciding?
thought he won a box.
I'm not sure why I needed to know the number.
Just so you know, I wasn't lying.
Oh, yeah.
I
It was 7.
genuinely don't know what that says.
It's probably me.
It looks like
It is Brent.
Brent.
Oh.
Brent wins the box.
That's a Y.
Brent Yater. Or Yater, however the hell you say his last name.
Brent Y.
Well, it ain't me. Okay, Brad.
Kenny?
Okay.
Q? Is that a Q or D?
So we should really talk about that so they don't think they're winning a box.
Yeah, this is just secondary prizes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kenny's
so
not watching. For
Kenny,
sure.
you
Go
win a
ahead.
battle gauge.
It's a combat gauge, you curmudgeon.
Whatever.
Pick another one. This is another combat gauge. These
Where,
are just.
where do combat gauges take place, Dakota? In battle.
Again, I can't read this.
Brent wins another one, man. Keep
No,
going.
Brent can't win another one.
Well, he's gonna keep winning them.
Is that another Brent?
No, Damots.
What is going? That's Dakota. For the
Oh.
love of God.
I cannot read handwriting.
See if you know what that says. All right, congratulations, you guys.
Dever? Dollar?
Is it Dylan?
D-
It's Dylan, isn't it?
Well, that's an A. That's got to be an A. That looks like an R.
Well, we'll
Of
figure
course,
it out.
Brent's not here this time to witness.
Yeah, he
his
watches every
win.
week. I was hoping for Eli.
Here,
All right.
um,
You want to draw another
That
one?
was
I already have one.
Okay,
so
draw another one.
No sense in me taking another one. John.
Which one?
Z. Oh, John Szymanski.
Ski.
John Ski.
Johnski. Okay.
John Q. Polish.
Wow. All right, guys. You have until Tuesday to pick up your your winnings. If they're not claimed next week, we will redraw. That's not true, Eli. That's not true.
There's always a way.
So, thank you all for playing. Who won the Indominus box? Wasn't it Michael Cole?
It was me.
I think it was Michael Cole.
Did you win one?
No.
Oh, did we give 2 away?
I won the other one.
I
I don't know.
Please shut up. Yeah, it was nice. Sorry, Freudian slip. Anyway, okay. So, last 15 minutes of the show. How do y'all want to? What do you want to address about 10th edition?
I just like it, man.
I like it.
I'm
a lot.
I'm happy about it. I think it's good. I'm excited to play some more. I need to know what's coming. I wish they were a bit louder about their future releases so I know what to get right now and what not to get. Because that's kind of what I'm waiting. There's a crap load of stuff I want to get for my Space Marines and a crap load of stuff I want to get for my Chaos, and I don't know what to get.
Well, Chaos, you're probably pretty safe.
Chaos, you can get. I've actually been looking more at Chaos stuff because I know that none of that's really going to get replaced. However, Land Raider, wink, wink, I have no idea.
There's a chance the Land Raider is.
Yeah, and if they do the Space Marine one, then they're going to do the Chaos one. So, both which are out of stock right now.
I think that's intentional. I don't think that's an accident.
Me too. I'll agree with you. Me too. I think it's quite possible. You can probably hear that on the mic. I think it's quite possible we get.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
What? A Brent?
A new Land Raider.
No.
I want
In
one
case
with.
we draw another box.
I want
Would you
one
put
with.
the other ones in there.
Yeah, I mean, we already know. We know who won them, though.
No, we might draw
He
another.
said he might do another drawing.
Oh.
But yeah, I want one with plasma sponsons. I think that'd be awesome.
I don't know if you're gonna get that.
I probably won't, but I want one with plasma sponsons.
There's those.
That would make me super happy. But yeah.
Hey, something nice about the new deployment zones, the slanted ones,
Mm-hmm.
go to the midboard.
Oh, so they're a
They
little
go-
bit simpler
yep,
to
so
measure.
the measurements are shown on there.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't tell you the number, but
Honestly, like, I need to play with one of those.
They go to the middle on each side,
yeah. So like, there's the
That's-
two, right?
so you just measure half on both sides
Yeah, you
and go.
measure from midboard
Oh,
to the
then-
corner.
That makes okay. So it's middle to corner. That still works. I thought it was mid to mid, but either way, that is so much simpler. Oh,
Yeah.
thank goodness. So you just measure out those ends. That actually might be even simpler than the other ones. But yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. George says indirect fire seems to be a problem. I don't think it's going to be a big deal.
We'll see.
I think the only thing that's problematic are the Space Marine ones.
The Desolators.
I think those are the only thing. Like,
There's maybe I've seen some people complain about it. I'm looking at them and I'm like, I don't get what all the
what's
fuss
their
is about.
damage?
1.
Really?
Yeah.
On the indirect, yeah.
Yeah,
but,
on the indirect strength 4.
but they all have blast.
It's a lot of shots. It's like a wyvern.
Yeah, but
It's just a wyvern.
yeah, but the leader of the unit has the strength 7 neg 2 damage one, and that's indirect.
Okay.
Like, I mean,
Is it D6 shots?
yeah,
Really?
with blast.
I don't know. But what about like a whirlwind's better than that though, right?
Probably cheaper,
Yeah.
easier to hide.
Maybe, but I don't know. I don't see it as that big of an issue. Like I'm looking at them, I'm like, their other weapons aren't that impressive.
People really just hate indirect. They just hate it.
But they also have the ability, like, they can just pop out with missile launchers and just launch them.
Sure, but it's 10. They're not the missile launcher. The super crack. The super crack's not impressive. It's strength 10, neg 2, d6 damage.
Yeah.
Like compared to what else you can get on the platform, it's just not
how
that
much
impressive.
is it for a unit of desolators?
125, I think.
I don't know, man. That's pretty easy to just put three units in.
Yeah, I'm
And-
not
and-
saying they're a bad unit. I just don't think they're overpowered. And maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I just don't see it. Like I see what else you can bring, and I'm like, I'm not running Desolators. I have no desire to run them. Like they're really good anti-infantry, but literally
Do you
so is
think
my
you're
entire
going to be able
book.
to hide enough indirect fire for it to make a difference on most boards? I struggled to hide the 2 that I had in our game.
Depends
Well,
on
we
vehicles.
also probably didn't have the proper terrain set up.
No, we
but-
probably need a little bit more. That one in the middle was so big,
Mhm.
that it kind of counted
I also you probably shouldn't have giant pieces like that either.
in the middle.
Yeah.
I like big blocking.
Right, but it was a really, really big piece though.
Yeah, sure,
Is
sure.
the thing. So it allowed, I probably had 700 points of models that could walk up and not be seen, and then be in charge range. Like,
Yeah, that's
because of how
Sure.
big that
That's
terrain
true.
feature
Sure.
was.
That's another big problem with the table size.
I don't agree with that. I think the table size is right where it needs to
You
be.
think so?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally disagree with
It
that.
incites more action. I think it's better. I mean, if it was the old size, it's not the end of the world. But
I was
like,
about to say,
I certainly don't think it's anything to complain about. It gives like the smaller board gives melee armies probably.
To me, it's base to base. It doesn't really like it. It could be one way or another. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't see it. Real quick while I got you here, have you looked at the Demon Princes lately?
No.
Okay.
They're fine. They're undercosted, probably.
I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about them. They're lone operatives. That's all.
No, they're not.
They're not.
No, they can just be shot at.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Okay, what's the Plague Burst Crawler? What's the profile? Isn't it like strength 8, 2 damage or something?
What? The Death Guard PBM is hysterical, plus the Lord of Violence.
I don't find that scary at all.
The Plague Burst Crawler?
It's the same as a Basilisk.
Yeah, it's
hysterical in what sense? Like you're saying it's bad or it's too strong?
People think it's very strong.
I mean,
the Plague Burst Crawler. The Plague Burst Crawler is very strong, but not for that reason. The Plague Burst Crawler has two anti-infantry 2+ flamers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's very good. But yeah, I don't find the Plague Burst Crawler all that threatening either. Plus, it might have heavy, but I think it still confers cover to the thing it shoots at.
Do they give cover?
What does?
The Plague Burst Crawler.
Oh, you're considered to have cover.
Yeah,
when you shoot out of line of sight.
Yeah, when you shoot out of line of sight, you're considered to be.
I don't think we were doing that.
Yeah. I mean,
were you?
Or at least, yeah.
Okay. I mean, you were the one taking the
Well, yeah,
saves.
no, I mean, I was counted as being out of cover. But you also were always shooting it, like...
With the,
Wyvern.
Yeah.
No, that too.
And you shot at the
with
the warriors who I had go to ground anyway, so they were getting cover.
So back to the Desolation Squad real quick. The one thing I could see being an issue is all these things that ignore the drawback to it. So like the Desolation Squad, if they remain stationary, they gain +1 to hit.
Yeah.
And they gain ignores cover. So that both those
So
rules,
if they do what you want them to do.
So will both of those rules counteract the
right
negative penalties?
And the sergeant hits on 2s.
Really?
With the stronger gun.
Oh
yeah.
He
hits on 2s for some reason.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't find it. I don't know. Like I said, I'll just have to wait and see.
Can you put 10 in a squad?
I think so, but I don't know why you would put 10 in that squad.
I would.
Why not take
good.
take 2 5-man squads though?
Why not take 30 of them? I mean they're pretty much any time that you can level things without a chance of rebuttal. I think is very.
But I don't think that's what they can do though. Like they're killing. They're wyverns, right? They're killing. They're really good at killing light infantry, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they can. I would put those into Terminators. That's fine. You'll still take wounds off of them. That's a lot of shots.
Yeah, but once again, you're wounding them on 5s.
Yeah, I get it.
You're like they're taking 2-up saves. I don't think you're getting as many wounds against them or is doing as much damage against them as you think you are.
Oath of Moment.
Sure, but still.
I think maybe it's the oath that people have the most problem with. Because
maybe
if oath just required line of sight, like
I oath you should only get. Oath is probably a bit too good, but like in the hands of shooting Marine armies. For melee, it doesn't matter that much because they're charging 1 or 2 things,
right.
but a shooting army can really just
they can kill one.
Down.
They can do
What
one
is
unit
up,
a turn,
Tex?
right? It's the same. It's the same amount of output, but Oath of Moment. Oath of Moment had a lot less to do with that than you think.
Oath of Moment also should never interact with Lords of War.
But with what?
Oath of Moment, you just shouldn't be able to target Lords of War.
Yeah,
Lords of War don't exist anymore.
Okay, anything towering or 18 wounds or whatever, just shouldn't be able to use it on.
But I don't think Oath of Moment is.
Or only lets you like reroll 1s or something.
I don't think Oath of Moment is as powerful as people.
It's really
It's
powerful.
good, but it also, like I was telling Tim, it also gives away your game. So if I target something with Oath of Moment, right?
Yeah.
Tim, yeah, I know. Tim's got a stratagem in his book that gives -1 damage to something. Marines likewise have stuff that reduce AP. Well, whatever I target with Oath of Moment you put your defensive stratagems into, because you know that's the thing I'm going to try to level my entire army in. So all of your defensive abilities that you have in your book go towards that one thing. It literally gives away the strategy.
Right,
for
but
the
like
first-
you could
the-
also
in the-
just
in the
waste
command
those because of how potent
What do you
both of
mean?
moment is.
What do you mean?
Like
You're not going to wait.
because you're gonna die anyway. Like re-rolling full hits and wounds is more powerful than
maybe.
anything else.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
I don't know. There's a lot of very like in terms of defensive strategies and stuff. There's some stuff you can do, but it's I don't know. I don't think it's as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Plus, there's a lot of other really good faction rules too. You have Eldar's Strands of Fate, also very good.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Necron's reanimation
How is
protocols, also
Eldar
very
gonna get
good.
changed, do you
What?
think? How is Eldar going to be changed?
They
Because, like,
need to not be able to do. We've talked about this before. They
Yeah.
need to not be able to do crit hits and wounds with.
Yeah, you
Strands of Fate.
just need to like
They can't crit.
it just needs to be quote unquote an automatic success as defined
Not a
in
six.
the rules.
Not a crit.
Where just it can't result in a critical hit or wound.
Exactly.
And then that resolves a lot of that issue.
Yeah. No more.
Also, like Wraith Knights just should not have devastating wounds on that gun.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Oh my god,
It's part of the problem.
Ugh.
Both those are that is why you don't want that. Oh, you have spinners, night spinners too, which do the same thing. Like just dole out massive amounts of mortal wounds.
D cannons on the support platforms. That shouldn't be a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where they can fire indirect and do D6
plus two
mortal wounds.
Yep.
Ugh.
Because that's the other issue there too. Because the cover, the neg one to hit could impact, but the cover is irrelevant when you're dealing mortal wounds too. But yeah, all that stuff that's just allowing
what'd he say?
I
that
don't know.
will shoot and kill.
It's hell.
Tex?
It's hell. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on, let me tell you.
Fridge
all,
temp.
Fridge
all I'm
temp.
going to say is there's going to be 6 sticks of butter gone.
I use like 6 sticks of butter today.
Fridge. Well, let's just say it won't be fridge temperature
He
for long.
says
Tex.
eat. Eat.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
no, there's
Oh. I'm going to make those sticks of butter meet in the middle, if you know what I mean.
Oh, God.
yeah.
Tex, what do you do like on a normal day? You just come up with stuff to drop on the podcast? I love it.
Oh,
For fully inserted, I think you.
Donkey Kong bongos. I'm doing the bongos, bro.
I think you gotta do the Guitar Hero.
oh, that
controller.
would be fantastic.
What? What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
No, we're not doing anything right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You're talking about later on down the road. Alrighty.
We might have a round 2 next week. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Maybe giving away another Leviathan.
Maybe.
Maybe. You're going to have to tune in next week to find out.
Next
On-
episode of Acropolis Ball Z.
On Tim's Danger Show X
What a way to take it.
Stream. I don't know.
I love it.
I'm
We're gonna
I've
stream
had
some
too
more
much
40K
caffeine.
games because it was fun.
Absolutely.
Why is it all purple on there?
I don't know. Texas is a
'cause
troll.
it's just the same two people talking.
One bingo for down since it won't go up. Good lord.
What the? I can't laugh at that
Why not?
because you're not supposed to find
Wait a
things
minute.
funny.
Why
in 2023.
was the temperature the deciding factor for Nathan?
what?
He said he said eat after it was refrigerated. Finding out it was refrigerated.
because it's a lot harder refrigerated.
Oh, butter? Yeah.
Yeah. If it was room temperature, you could
He could pour it in.
basically.
Get a funnel.
Oh, this is the dread. All right, guys. Until next week on Where'd the Butter Go? You guys have a good week.
For the answer, you've got to ask Tex.
Oh, I love you guys. Pull up the chickens mauling a hog.
Tex, answer your own question before we leave.
Which one? Oh. Eat butter either way. No! There's only... all right.
That's not eating.
All right, guys. Tell your grandma. one more week of tickets. Buy tickets. This week we'll draw another box.
Oh God, what if the butter was hot?
8 sticks. They're all going in the keister pocket. All right, guys. We love you. Tell your grandma. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.